If you're trying to cut back on dairy, you're going to love this homemade cashew milk. It takes just minutes to make at home, and my favorite part about it is that you don't have to strain out any pulp. So there's no waste and there's no extra equipment to clean up later. To get started, you'll need 1 cup of cashews. I'm using cashews that are not roasted or salted, so this milk will have a mild, neutral flavor. If you have time, it's best if you can soak the cashews in water for 2 to 4 hours ahead of time, or you can even let them soak in the fridge overnight. This helps remove some of the phytic acid that is naturally found in nuts, so this may help to boost nutrient absorption of minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium. Once you've soaked the cashews, drain the soaking liquid to help remove that phytic acid, then add the cashews to a blender. Add in 4 cups of fresh water and a tablespoon of maple syrup if you want this cashew milk to have a little sweetness. I also like to add a pinch of salt. You can also just leave out the maple syrup if you want a plain unsweetened version. Blend that together until it's smooth and creamy. If you have a high-speed blender, it should break down the cashews completely. Unlike almond milk, which has a lot of pulp that you need to strain out, cashews are relatively low in fiber, so they don't leave behind much pulp. As a result, you can skip the straining part and enjoy it right away. If you don't have a high-speed blender, you might have a few cashew pieces left over, but you can just strain those through a fine mesh strainer to catch anything that the blender might have missed. The resulting milk is rich and creamy, and it's perfect for serving with your favorite granola, or you can enjoy it in a glass all on its own. Since this milk doesn't have any preservatives, I recommend only making as much as you'll use over the next 4 days. Homemade cashew milk may separate when you store it in the fridge, but all you have to do is give it a shake before you use it again. If you want to make a chocolate-flavored cashew milk, all you have to do is add 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder to this recipe, along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 5 to 6 tablespoons of maple syrup, depending on how sweet you want it to be. This is also an easy recipe to taste as you go, so you can always start with less of these ingredients and add more to your liking. If you're looking for something that you can add to your morning coffee as a creamer, you can also make a more concentrated version of this cashew milk by using less water. In that case, I like to use 1 cup of cashews and only 2 cups of water and blend it for a slightly thicker, creamier milk that is a little closer to being a coffee creamer. For a vanilla flavored coffee creamer, you'll need 1 cup of cashews and 2 cups of water, and then you'll add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and a pinch of salt. This creamer is extra delicious, and it doesn't have any extra preservatives that you might find in a store-bought variety, so I think it tastes better too. For an amaretto flavored coffee creamer, you could also use a half teaspoon of almond extract instead. If you have a milk frother at home, cashew milk actually makes a pretty decent foam for lattes too. I hope you'll enjoy this homemade cashew milk soon. And if you'd like the printable version to save for later, you can grab that over on my website, detoxinista.com. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up, and check out my other videos here for more fast and delicious real food recipes.